throughout the areas of eastern Arkansas are working together to substantially change not only the economy, but to prepare that workforce that's coming up in the future to subsidize or sustain that economy, I guess is what I should say.
Well, I would have to mention too, from the state standpoint, as you know, Director Franklin sits on the workforce cabinet of the governor. Governor Mike Beebe is very solidly behind and proactive about renewable energy, green industries, the development of specialized programs as we've been doing in aerospace and entrepreneurship. This is just a model project for the rest of us, to follow. And I think what you're developing here will be usable and translatable to all the other colleges, because we all have an interest in this, starting from the governor's office.
Well, I think so, Steve. I appreciate you bringing it up, because we have been so lucky in people wonder what the state and federal governments are doing to help the economy and what they're doing for the youth and education in the states and such. And what we have here, once again, is just a tangible demonstration of what the Department of Labor, the Education and Testing Administration, Training Administration, I should say, and state government, it all trickles down to the community colleges, and they're not the only ones, of course, but we do take the financial assistance and the direction from the government at state and federal level to put it into action, to actually work with the youth and train them for coming up through and being ready to enter the workforce and have a parallel career, not only in their employment career, but an educational pathway and career as well.
Well, that's what I think is exciting, is the pathways approach that you've taken to this, where you can develop ladders and stair steps for students that want to, progress. Obviously, we hope everybody gets a college degree and everybody has a successful career, but what you're providing today will give them additional skills. It'll give them a leg up as far as going into the workforce. I would point out, too, that you will have some state agency partners here today, from the Department of Education, from the Department of Workforce Services, from the Department of Workforce Education, and of course, Arkansas Economic Development Commission. I'm sure they'll have a representative here today. And the State Energy Office wanted to send their congratulations and support, even though they're so tied up on that plan right now.
We'll send them a DVD of the operation. So we'll keep them involved. We don't want to forget, I think Congressman Berry's office, Marion Berry, will have a representative drop by today too. I had asked them to drop in just so they could get an eye on the ground, so to speak, to be able to relate to Congressman Berry what we're doing with the assistance that he's given us. And he's been very proactive in helping us out to put all this together. One thing I do want to mention as well, Steve, that this is one of the first occasions that I'm aware of that we are working directly also with four-year institutions.
Excellent.
We're becoming closer and closer to a seamless handling of the students from the high school right on through the baccalaureate program. We're really excited about that. I know you've got a lot of things to do today, so I'm going to turn you loose before all the kids get here. And good luck with those nearly total of 300 people.
It's going to be a great day. Thank you.
Steve. Thank you very much.
Thanks for having me, Karen. I appreciate it, Tracy.
We'll get you something to wear out there in that heat.
Okay, thank you.
We are looking forward to ADTEC Day 2009 today. We just hope it's not going to be too hot, but we've got lots of exciting things planned for you, and we hope that you will enjoy all of the things that we do have planned. I want to welcome you to the DeWitt campus. Would all of the Phillips Community College employees please raise your hands? So if you all need anything today, some kind of crisis, catch one of those folks. We also have the folks who drove you here today, and we appreciate you all being here. The Workforce Center counselors. I want to introduce Tracy McGraw, who is the director of CERET, the Center of Excellence Renewable Energy Technology. Maybe I got it right. Mr. McGraw is overseeing the entire program, and he would like to welcome you. So, Mr. McGraw, if you'll come forward, and then if you will introduce
thank you. I consider y'all one of the luckiest groups that I've had the opportunity to talk to in some time. You may wonder why I think you're so fortunate and so lucky. You are existing and beginning to go through your educational programs and into your workforce life at a time that is absolutely going to explode in the areas of renewable energy, alternative fuels. The way that we do things is all going to change, and it's all going to change during the time that you are just starting out. So you have opportunities that have absolutely been unheard of until this time. We are so happy you're here. The Center of Excellence in Renewable Energy Technology will be working with you, with your schools, with the state government, with the federal government, and everybody around to basically restructure the way that we do things, and life as we know it, have known it, will change. I think you've heard from President Obama that various energy initiatives and such will be put in place fairly soon, opening up a lot of opportunities for new things and new jobs within the energy industry. Welcome to Phillips Community College, DeWitt, Arkansas, and I hope y'all have a blast today, because I am.
Good morning! All right, it is a good morning. How many of you have ever been on a trip before? Me. How many of you, okay, hold up. How many of you went on a trip this morning? All right. Some of you enjoyed the trip. Some of you said, oh, it was hot. Oh, I didn't want to get up this morning. Oh. But you know what? You took a trip. You had to do something before you got ready this morning to get on that bus. What'd you have to do? Get up. You missed breakfast. Uh-oh. You had to plan. You had to plan what you were going to wear, what time you had to be somewhere. Hey, I'm not going to talk over you. You had to do some planning this morning. You got a job this summer. You had to plan. You had to do a little bit of planning to get that job. You had to wake up and go, I have got to be somewhere on time. I have to have my bag packed. If you're going to take a short trip, or if you're going to take a long trip, you've got to do a little planning, and you've got to take a bag. Now, when I go on a trip, I like to take a big bag, or several bags. I want to be prepared. And you know what? That's the same thing about today. You're going to be renewed. You're going to find out about power. You're going to find out about some energy. Because this is something you're going to have to know in life. How full is your bag? Do you have it packed for a short trip? Or do you have it packed for a long trip? Or do you just have that extra bag to be prepared? Who noticed my name tag this morning? I want to be prepared because if I'm going to take several bags, as Miss Turner said, or I'm going to take an extra big bag, I want to have plenty of this to take along with me. Do I want this side or do I want this side? You take both. All right, smart answer. Somebody said they take both. But you know what? Do you know how you can make the difference? Hey guys, you know how you can make the difference of which side you can take in your bag? Education. Training. I've got a little saying and I call it the 3 G's. Get educated, get trained, and get paid. Get money. Get educated, get trained, and get paid. Energize yourself. How many of you have ever taken Cooter? You taken the personal assessment? If you have, folks, that's for you. That's not for me.